Welcome to another episode of the Inner Circle Podcast. It may be feeling like fall out there, but it's still sizzling here at the podcast. I am your host, Charlie, with my best girlfriend, Melanie.
Hello. How's it going?
It is going. The realization that I have 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left of freedom.
Oh, I don't know how to honestly, I've always wanted a summer where I get paid and don't work. This summer, I didn't intend for it to be like that. I wanted to work to get more checks on top of getting checks for not working. But God blessed me in the sense where, listen, I think, and as time went on, it was weird. I'm not gonna lie. It was weird being off, but then, as it went on, it was like, I like this.
It feels like an extended vacation. I don't know. God bless the DOE because I couldn't do it. I would get a side job or something, be a bag boy or some shit.
Oh hell no. How am I gonna go from?
Busy.
How am I gonna go from doing what I do to being a bag lady? No offense to bag ladies, but no. There's some things I just don't see myself doing. Never say never, but there's just some things I just don't see myself doing. Like a waiter, I could never do that. And no offense to waiters. I've been in customer service, but there's just something that I feel is more nerve-wracking, intimate, and very close to people while you're taking their food order, giving them their food. I don't know. That's too much for me.
I couldn't do retail again. I can't see myself folding other people's clothes.
Retail, yeah, I'm telling you, retail is another one that I feel also I can't see myself doing again either. That was younger us, and we did it for years. So it's not like we're being prissy or we're too good for retail. We did that for years.
We worked our way up from folding to corporate.
So, but how have you been? How was your weekend? Listen, we've spoken about, I want to get into something because we've spoken about things off the show. On the show, I feel like we've spoken about this a little bit. But I had a situation on Friday. I had a great weekend, but I had a situation on Friday. But first, how was your weekend?
My weekend was okay. I'm trying to remember what the hell I did. Just kidding. No, my weekend was great. I spent it with my honey bunny. Not in New York, but I had a great time. It was very low key. I rested. All the sleep that I lacked and all the rest that I didn't get in Puerto Rico, I finally got it this weekend. But it was like a balance because I was exhausted from doing things, and then I was rested from getting sleep. Anyway, I said too much, but it was a great weekend.
No, yeah, I had a good weekend too. We came back from Puerto Rico last week. Listen, it's the last few weeks of summer, so I'm trying to be outside. I can't say it enough. We made a promise to ourselves that we're going to be outside.
Oh, we know.
And we've been out. We've been outside. Speaking for myself, I've been outside. Friday night, I went out. Wanted to check this place that I usually don't frequent nighttime wise in Harlem. What I do nowadays is I throw out ID. I hit up a few people. I text a few friends, acquaintances.
Not airports.
Because you know how I feel about the word friends.
Yeah, you're anti
BFFs, people around. I guess whatever. I text a few people. I throw it out there. Hey, I'm going out. I'm gonna be around here, maybe here. What's up? And whatever sticks. You know what I mean? So I did that Friday. I did end up meeting some friends that did come out. Shout out to them. They know who they are. Had a good time. Then I made my way downtown from Harlem to downtown. And I went to a different party. And I get that, the talking and the stuff that goes on in clubs, with someone. But then as we continue talking, they start basically giving me my whole life information. They already know my name. They're calling me C. And I'm like, wait, how do you know first my name starts with a C. And then they're saying, "Oh yeah, you like to travel." And I'm like, "Wait a minute." They're like, "Oh yeah, I've been a like." I'm trying to remember exactly to quote correctly.
We just had an episode discussing fanatics.
Along the lines of, "I've been following you. I've been a fan type of thing. You're so hot." And listen, I'm a shy person, and then also once I have some drinks in me, all I'm doing is really like like the
What
giggle.
is yeah? I was gonna say, what is your response to that? Like, how does that make you feel when people approach you?
Well, one, I like to be approached because again, I'm already shy to begin with, so I don't really do the approaching. But I'm starting to feel a way where it's like
Hmm.
I, I just myself wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't tell like someone who I'm crushing on, who I have a huge crush on, but I also love what he does because he's a podcaster. He's also doing his thing stand up, and I look up to him, and I'm like, wow, like I would love that for me, and I'm so proud of him. Dustin Ross, like I have a huge crush on at this guy, Dustin Ross. He's amazing at everything he does. I just don't think, and he's from New York, originally from Michigan, but he lives in Harlem. Stalker much.
Shoot your shot.
But listen. 822 portal manifestations. But I don't think I will be like if I met him, I'm gonna be like if I met him and I was trying to shoot my shot with him, I don't think I'm gonna say I'm a fan. I'm gonna watch my words. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I know what I've seen you around, blah blah blah. I love what you do. Da, da, da. I just don't think I will say I'm a fan because I've heard podcasts before and they've discussed this too. Like, would you date a fan? I don't think of myself as some superstar like that. I really don't. Like, I'm a humble dude. I really don't go around thinking I have fans. But, I had an ex who used to think I had fans. I used to call people and people that like me fans. But apparently, some people are calling themselves fans and are fans of me. I don't know how to feel about that.
I just for me, I don't think I like people to be supportive. I just don't want people to call themselves a fan. Like that's
How would you feel if someone that's been following you for a while, like let's say situational, obviously you're dating, whatever, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've been following you. I'm such a fan." Like, how would you feel? Like, even
I
if
would
it,
be
let's say it
I
was a
would be flattered, but at the same time, I feel like I would not be it would not entice me to like look at them in a romantic way. Like for example, if like I'm dating someone, I know that they watch the podcast or like they know what I do, they support it. However, he is not on some like giving me a rundown and recap of like everything that was said or mentioned in the episode. And also like I don't know. I feel like this is something that for me I do this because it's a way to bond and like hang out with you and shoot the shit.
Mhm.
But if someone sees it as like, oh my God, you're like Anderson Cooper, or you're like Andy Cohen and you have your own show, like that is weird to me because I don't see it that way. If you're like hyping it up more than I'm hyping it up, that's crazy because I consider myself to be modest and a private citizen.
But
But I feel like a lot of guys that want to get an opportunity with you and want to like get to know you or date you or hook up with you, that's always been their MO. That's always their approach is to like talk to you and tell you like praise you. I don't know if that's what you want, but I don't know.
I like a little praise in Fat Boy Slim.
I
A
like being
little,
praised in other ways, not in a
but
being on a podcast.
no, but the thing is even before the podcast, this person, even before the podcast was launched, like I already was hearing like that word fan or like you have fans. Like
Oh,
it's not necessarily podcast wise. And the person who said this to me Friday didn't mention the podcast. They mentioned, I guess they follow me. This all comes from Facebook. Follow me on Facebook.
well, you remember this was a long time ago. Do you remember one time that I introduced you to this person that I used to work with? He is a nobody, but it was this gay guy that was
I don't know about
I
it.
feel like if I say it, then you're gonna know, and it's gonna make it so obvious. Someone that's from like, I guess they had like ties to Rhode Island,
I
and we
think I
used to,
know who it is. I know. I think you introduced me to a few queens, but
and he
I know
dated
who it is.
someone who said that you like they knew about you, and
I know
they
who it is. He's Spanish, the boy, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was my first interaction, my first like instance of people being like, "Damn, people know my best friend in a different way that I know my best friend." Because the way he made it seem was like, "Oh yeah, I've heard about you, I know about you," and I was just like, "Well, damn, what do you know?"
Right. And I've always had, seriously, I've always had
That you had a reputation.
that situation. A reputation of what?
That was the word he said.
Being a slut. Like, yes, I'm a slut. I'm a slut when I'm single. Like, very much so. And honestly, I could be a bigger slut. This is the thing. I could be the biggest slut right now because I'm very much single. I live by myself. Honey, I can have motherfuckers lined up like the 7-Eleven left to right every day, but I don't. I don't. That's the thing. I could do that. And I have it in me. When I'm single, I could do what I want. So let that reputation keep going. But also ask about me when I'm in a relationship. I'm very much husband material, honey. Now check that. Are they two still in a relationship? Uh-huh. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
We all have reputations. Even the great Taylor Swift does. Thank you, fans.
I'm glad you have the fans. I don't want no fans.
But you know what? I was watching the other day. I don't know why. I get random. This is why I haven't gotten rid of Disney Plus yet. Because I be getting random urges to watch Disney movies. I was watching Pocahontas. I'm like, let me pick Pocahontas. I feel like I haven't watched. I always go for the Cinderellas or the Snow Whites. The snowflakes. I'm like, let me pick some color. So I did. But the issue why I feel like I haven't watched Pocahontas in a while is because as I grew up, we knew how problematic it was, and it's been discussed. And watching it the other day, I felt that. I'm like, yeah, this is why. This is why I haven't watched it in a while. I don't know about you, but has there been like you as an adult? Has there been a show, specifically cartoons,
Mhm.
but a show or cartoon that was geared towards kids, but you watch now as an adult and you look at it like, yo, this is
I
problematic.
don't
This is a
remember
little
the name, but
problematic in so many ways.
I remember Andy Cohen talking
I
about,
could do. While you think
yeah.
about it, I'm gonna do. I think you're frozen. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna speak about why Pocahontas to me was a little problematic. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, we know the whole how
Well, Charlie logged out.
words.
We're back. Wait, I was gonna say I don't remember the actual movie, but I remember Andy Cohen saying that there are some movies that he's not showing his kids because something about cultural appropriation, or like there's, for example, Snoopy. They made like Snoopy dolls in like different skin colors, and they also made like Mickey Mouse, and we're calling him different names, and like it had to do with like segregation. And he was like, I don't want to teach my kids that. I have to find the name of the movie of the one that he doesn't want to show, but yeah.
Well, with me with Pocahontas, I don't know when we had a little technical difficulty there, but like things like calling the Indians savages. Remember, this is a cartoon.
I haven't watched that since I was like
Like,
a child.
yeah, like calling them savages and just the wording of like if they act up, blah blah. It's just a lot. Like it was a few little things where it's like, yeah, this is not cool. And I watched it. I watched it to completion. At the end of the day, also the imagery and all that, it's beautiful. But as an adult to watch this is like, yeah, this is problematic.
Walt Disney was known to be a racist,
Yeah,
allegedly. So
yeah, very. Oh wait, Walt Disney himself?
yeah.
I never heard that.
And I saw a documentary about him because apparently he wanted to be frozen, and I thought about that shit. I'm like, I don't want to be buried or cremated. I want to be frozen. But yeah, he was allegedly a racist. But what was I gonna say? this is an interesting topic, and I want to like look up and study like some movies from the past, like in Disney or from our childhood that right now have like a, you know, the parental advisory stickers that they used to have in the CDs. They now
Yeah.
have it for movies from back in the day.
And they do that with Disney now, like saying that there's like when you put Aladdin on, like,
Yeah,
oh, warning. But surprisingly, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they didn't have that warning with Pocahontas, and they really should. I'm sorry, they should, because we're calling Indian savages. We're calling it was just the savage part and the things that they were calling the Indians that stood out. The words, I'm like, what? Obviously, they're trying to depict what happened, and maybe this is, savage was a watered down word that they chose for a movie. God knows what other language, and obviously we know of the full force brutality that they use and everything when they came over here, but it's just they didn't give a parental advisory before that, so I don't know
so
if
they
they
basically had like microaggressions.
very much, very much. So I was just watching that, and that was interesting and funny that you mentioned documentaries, because something else I was watching, um, this actually yesterday. I had a little day out yesterday, and when I came home, I started binging this what is it called? Katrina. It's called, yeah, Katrina Race Against Time. It's a documentary. It's on Hulu, but obviously with Hulu and the Disney Plus merge thing, I found it on Disney.
Mhm.
No commercials, thank God. And I was just binging it. I binged it. I think I have one more episode left. There's a few episodes and they're like over 45 minutes. But it's very interesting. Obviously, Katrina happened in 2005. So I was a year fresh out of high school. I think you were maybe in your senior year or junior year when Katrina happened in 2005.
2005, I was a sophomore
Oh
in
wow.
high
Okay, so even yo, so yeah, so I'm sure we all have recollection of when Katrina happened. I'm back in 2005. I remember. I obviously remember when it went down and how devastating it was watching the news and the media. And speaking of news and the media exacerbated things and made things worse. Like, listen, we in a sense, I guess, we work in what we do and put out this, I guess, media in a way. But watching this documentary is like, wow, the news slash media really controls things. It really could fuck with things. A
yeah,
lot of the reports that was like, a lot of false information that made things worse for the people of Louisiana, of New Orleans, to get those buses they needed,
yeah,
or to get out of those areas and places. Why? Because we had the media reporting that there were looters and they were shooting at the helicopters when that really wasn't going down. Unfortunately, we had a chief officer himself giving false information because he was just going from what he heard and running and reporting it quick. Um, which that taught me sometimes you gotta slow it down before you just go and report real quick. Find the facts and check your sources. But it was just a lot of things that was just like wow moments watching this, like more of an.
I want to watch it.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
can,
you.
yeah.
I definitely recommend it. It's so good. Um, but even them not being prepared, like this is. I'm sorry, but after watching it, I do really feel people understand with conspiracy theories and stuff, but I feel sometimes when we have certain things happen, like natural disasters, you're like, well, how can you control a natural disaster? You can. And there's also ways that you could control it and be like, oh, it's going there. Oh, and know that those areas and those things and know how you're going to deal and go. And I truly feel our country did not show up for those people, specifically those type of people, because they just knew that area. They knew what it was in their head. They knew the type of people was down there. I just don't think our country gave a fuck and did what they had to do,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Once you people watch the documentary, you guys will.
You don't think it's funny and ironic that when there's a wildfire in Calabasas or Beverly Hills or any of those fucking places in California, people are frantic. They're fucking doing fundraisers over the phone. Like celebrities are like crying, "Oh my god, I lost my house. Oh my god, I had to go live in a hotel, and it's like a 4-star hotel." Meanwhile, when the whole thing with Katrina happened, I was living in Naples, Florida, and I remember seeing everything that was happening. Like obviously, like living in the South, people are more prevalent to things and they're like more reactionary. So I remember because my mom was a sheriff down there. She worked, but also they were doing a lot of like Red Cross and like sending from Florida to Louisiana. But at the same time, Florida has this like a la fuck it, like they don't care, very laissez-faire when it comes to like hurricanes because they're so accustomed to it. I remember when Wilma happened, we didn't think it was a big deal, even though it really was. Um, because they're accustomed to like hurricanes coming through, doing their destruction, and then the insurance claims coming through, and those houses being remodeled and renovated. With New Orleans, I just feel like they didn't give a fuck, and like it sucks because that city, Louisiana, the state itself has so much rich history and stuff, and like they could have preserved a lot of it
Yeah.
if it wasn't, if they were a little bit more reactionary. But it goes to show, it depends on the type of person you are, depends on your color, depends on your social economic
So,
status.
yeah. And listen, say what you will about crazy ass Kanye West, but he was right back in 2005 when he
Oh
stood
yeah.
with that charity thing and right next to Mike Myers and said, George Bush don't care about black people.
Mike Myers turned into Shrek so quick. He's like, Donkey, what are you saying?
Listen, I am serious. I that's one Kanye's crazy. He's done a lot of things and said a lot of things, but that is one instance that I agree with Kanye West about. Watching the documentary yesterday, I'm like, I thought of him. I'm like, people clown on him, but that was one instance where that motherfucker was right.
Speaking of documentary and speaking of Kanye, you know he has a documentary coming out.
I guess there's room for everybody. Charlie Sheen, Jussie Smollett,
Juicy Smollett.
whatever his damn name is. He's gonna take what I call him
He's
after.
he's coming out with a documentary.
Netflix too, yeah. Everyone. There's room for everybody. Yeah, I heard about the Kanye one, and I heard that this is like a clip where Kim Kardashian like loses it, like breaks down crying when she finds out he's not taking his meds.
Yeah, he said he didn't take his bipolar medication for like 5 months. That's crazy. But I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna watch it. I was watching a documentary like 2 nights ago. What was it last night? It was like an old documentary on Tubi. Tubi has some good shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes, they be having some ratchet ass shows, but then they also have like some good documentaries. And I saw this documentary about a boxer, Billy Collins Jr., that like passed away in 1984, but like not 1984, 19, yeah, I think 1984. But basically, he was fighting against this Puerto Rican from the Bronx, this boxer who's up and coming, Luis Resto. And like I heard about the story before because my parents love boxing, but like it was sad to see it because basically the people that trained the Puerto Rican boxer, they rigged the match so he could win. And the guy Billy ended up having like a fucked up iris, basically ended up blind, and he ended up driving himself to a ditch and like crashed and died. And then the Puerto Rican Luis Resto, he's still alive, but he lives with so much shame and guilt because he got banned for life from the boxing federation. And like he finally, after years later, he admitted that he knew that his boxing gloves were tampered with, and like how it affected him and his family and stuff. And he could have been like up there with the Tito Trinidads and shit, but he ended up becoming no one. So it was sad to watch it, but at the same time, I like seeing things like that because it gives you perspective, especially with sports, like how you could be on the very top and go to the crash down.
Yeah, I always wonder too. These like you hear about these athletes with these $50 million contracts, but then like 10 years later, they're like a Bob Whitfield, like can't even pay child support. It's like
Yo, like that's fucking crazy to me.
where money go? Like I
Yeah,
get agents, there's publicists, there's
it
man.
happens a lot with football players too.
I I feel like as athlete, yeah, football players a lot, but I feel like yeah, I feel like more football players, athletes, period. But yeah, you're right, more football
I
players.
see like there's a baseball player, I don't know his name, but I saw like somebody was saying how now he went back. He was like a big baseball player from DR and he ended up homeless, asking for money in DR, basically like living off scraps and shit. I need to look up who that is, but that was alarming to me because I don't really hear that about baseball players. I've heard it from basketball players. I know there's a basketball player that's basically like a drug addict and like
Yeah.
homeless, but
Um,
sad.
did you watch? Did you? So many documentaries. Funny enough, I was watching one on Peacock about reggaeton and its origin and all that. Like it's like Daddy Yankee. There's a few people in it. It's pretty good. It's on Peacock. It's on Peacock.
I gotta watch it.
Speaking of Peacock, I may get rid of Peacock because how they gonna send me an email yesterday?
No, don't get rid of Peacock. I love Peacock.
Well, it's $7.99 and it's jumping to $10.99. Not even a dollar. Yes, not even a dollar 50. It's going from
You
eight.
know, I blame Love Island. Everybody's watching that shit and it's because of Love Island.
I also heard word on the street. I'm not sure about this, but I heard that Universal, NBC Universal is being bought out by someone that I guess that impacts Peacock.
Paramount.
Funny, I don't know if it's no. Paramount is buying it's CBS and thing, but NBC Universal is different. There's something going on with Paramount, yes, because I remember Veronica saying someone's buying Paramount that basically is a Trumpy. But this is a little different. I forgot I read it yesterday, but funny, I read it the other day and then boom, yesterday I get an email like in September, blah blah blah. Your thing's gonna go from $7.99 to $10.99. I'm like, not even $9.99, $10.99. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I may have to pull a I'll see you later and see if they try to keep me for a lesser price. If not, let's create a new email because I don't know if I'm gonna be paying $11 for Peacock. But with that being said, did
I'll
you
pay half.
speaking of Peacock, did you see the Salt Lake City trailer?
Yes.
And what are your thoughts of season
I'm
6?
very upset that Mary M. Cosby and what's her name?
Angie?
Angie are arguing because I love my Greek and my church sister together. Like I like them. They're like freaking frack. Um, I don't know. I just find it like I don't know why Brittany is there.
She's
Why
a
is she
friend
back?
of.
She's a friend of. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know what it's giving, but like apparently Lisa Barlow and what's her face? Meredith Marks are now besties again.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't know. After all that shit that she said about her, that's just crazy.
They were best. I mean, they were besties before the show. That hot
If
mic.
I said that about you, if I went into a fucking rant with a microphone on and says some derogatory shit about you, about Charlie fucks everyone, I mean, you just proclaimed being a slut. But like
When I'm single.
when you're single. But if I said some crazy shit like that, I don't think we would be friends.
I mean, time heals wounds.
That's true.
Time heals
You don't gotta
wounds.
trust the guys. Me and Charlie have had like, you know, that stays in the past.
Time heals wounds, and I think it did take time with them. They didn't. It didn't. They didn't
Yeah.
become friends again over a
I
season.
just feel like it's a production relationship. Like I feel like the producers were like, "Yo, if you guys want your snowflakes, you guys have to act like your besties for the resties."
Because they
I
can't.
started to watch it, but at the same time, I don't know. Miami's giving it. Everyone else sucks.
Listen, Miami's the one that like doesn't get the ratings. I don't know why. Maybe it doesn't get the push, but Miami consistently is bringing it, like consistently. So I'm excited. And speaking of that thing that we wanted to go to, sold out like in less than 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it sold out in less than 30 minutes for the view party.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna hit you up, but then when I went to see it, I'm like, oh, it's already sold out. So um but nonetheless, let's get into a little game of your your favorite from your favorite. So there's a little game. We all know we love music here. That's what brought me and Melanie together. Music.
Spice Girls, Britney Spears.
So we are gonna go down your favorite from your favorites, but this is R&B category. So I'm gonna go down a list of R&B artists, and Melody and myself are going to basically give our favorite songs or song video from that artist. So are y'all ready? And if y'all at home, play along with us if y'all like these artists. So here we go. First one, Tony Braxton.
Oh, he wasn't man enough for me. Break My Heart.
No, one. It has to be one. You can't say maybe between one or two, but you can't give a top five of each. I'm gonna say you're making it's hard for me because Unbreak My Heart is a jam, but I'm gonna say you're making me high. I get so high when I'm around you, baby.
No, you know what? I'm gonna throw a curveball. My favorite song from Tony Braxton was written by Babyface and is featured in the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack called "Let It Flow." That is
Oh,
one of my favorite. Ooh, you want to break up with someone and like be back to yourself? Play that song.
TLC, favorite song from TLC. I'm going to say No Scrubs.
I'm going to say "Digging on You."
Oh, I love digging on you. Janet Jackson.
Damn, she has so many good songs. But for me, "Together Again," because I boo cry every time I hear that song.
Damn.
I love "Trust to Try" though.
I'll say if.
I take it back. I Get Lonely.
That's a good one too. I'm gonna say if though. For me, it's if.
If, yeah.
Usher.
Damn, only one song?
Yeah. Your favorite from your favorite. So Usher, let me see. Usher, for me, I, he has a few good ones too. But
I
I
like
think
Nice and Slow. My Way. My Way.
it's between My Way or You Make Me Wanna. I'm gonna say You Make Me
Oh,
Wanna.
I love You Make Me Wanna. Okay, you say My Way and I'll say You Make Me Wanna.
I like both of them, but it's between those two for me, for Usher. And I remember being a kid when I got into him in those videos. I know you say she ain't R&B, but I mean, what were the Supremes though? Diana Ross.
Diana Ross, my favorite song from her is The Boss.
I'm gonna say I'm coming out. I guess
That's
that's
a great song, obviously. Hello.
the most.
And I also like um how wait, The Boss and My House. It's my house and I live here. That's my jam. I love it.
Whitney Houston.
Ooh, damn. I mean, like, I don't want to say the obvious tracks. I like to say like songs that people don't really listen to that much, but like One of Them Days is one of my favorite songs from her. Um, but Heartbreak Hotel, honey.
Listen,
Kelly Price.
that song still hits. I love that one. I learned from the best from
Oh,
her.
the Heck Something remix.
Heck Hector remix. But I'm gonna go and say my favorite is I'm Your Baby Tonight. Whatever you
I like
want
that
from
song.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a song. Next, Lucky Day.
Damn, he has a lot of good songs, but Over is my favorite song. Mhm.
Y'all want to know something? I never heard of Lucky Day.
That's crazy. But he's up and coming, I guess. Even though
Next,
he's a lot of good songs.
Kevin Ross. No relation to Rick Ross.
Kevin Ross, I like. Oh my god. Hold on. I have to look it up.
I've never heard of Kevin Ross either,
I
yo.
have 8 songs that I like from him. I love Sweet Release. That's one of my favorite songs. And Don't Go is a good song too.
Well, I don't know if you know, but he has a new album dropping next Friday.
I know
Uh,
I pre-saved it or whatever.
Next, Destiny's Child. Ooh, this is hard. This is
Uh,
hard because just the writings on the wall alone has so many singles and non-singles.
Damn. I want to say a throwback No 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 remix part 2 is a good one with Wyclef Jean. But also like a ballad, I want to say I hate Cater to You. I hate that song. Um
I'm gonna say my name.
Bugaboo. Cuz there's a
Oh
lot
my
of
god, I love Bugaboo. I've been listening to Bugaboo too. That's a hard one because I love.
and jumping, that was my get ready to go out song.
The writings on the wall was what I call an immaculate album, and when I say immaculate to me is like an album that you could listen to from front to ending, and like
Yeah.
the writings on the wall, in my opinion, is their best album.
Is that the album that like they would have like the interludes that said like thou shall say my
Yeah,
name?
that's a yes. That's such a good album. And last but not least,
I could keep
Aaliyah.
going.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, Can I Come Over? I love that song.
For me is I Care for You. Very close with More Than a Woman, but I Care for You. I love it. I'm not a ballad guy like that, but for that to be my favorite song from her, like it says a lot about that song. I love that song. Has it a
That's a
beautiful
good song.
Yeah, but I love More Than a Woman. It's there. It's like they were neck and neck. But if I have to, I'm gonna pick I Care for You. Yeah.
Hmm. What made you do R&B? I'm surprised you didn't do reggaeton.
Why did I pick R&B
What is your favorite Bad Bunny song?
for this? We don't have to wait for that game. Bad Bunny has so many songs, so that would be hard.
Oh, I got one.
That'll be hard.
What's your favorite Mary J. Blige song? I'll go first. My favorite Mary J. Blige song, and I love this song because my mom used to blast this shit. I Can Love You featuring Lil Kim. Love that
Yeah,
song.
I was just listening to that yesterday. I was listening to Mary a little bit yesterday because she has a newer song called "Gone Forever." I like that song, but my mom used to blast Mary J's what is it? The album that had my everything.
Yeah, it's called My Everything.
But if I have to say, maybe the same thing. I Can Love You. I love that song. My everything, I was just so over because she played it a lot, so I can't even say my everything. But I do like I Can Love You a lot.
I got two more. What's your favorite Brandy song?
Brandy.
My favorite almost doesn't count.
I love Angel in Disguise. That's
Yeah.
up there. It's between Angel in Disguise
Full Moon.
and Full Moon.
I knew it.
What About Us is a jam too, though. What About Us?
I love that song.
It's between. I'm gonna say Full Moon. Full Moon. Full Moon. Full Moon.
For me, I also liked that one song that she did with Kanye, "Talk About Our Love."
Oh, I'm talking about us no matter what.
And then lastly, what is your favorite Monica song?
Street Symphony.
My favorite Monica song is, damn, I have two. Like throwback, Before You Walk Out of My Life. But like more recent, So Gone.
Okay. Listen, I'm trying to see them in concert. I was looking at tickets and they're like, I'm trying to see a concert low key. Like I would like to see that. And Kelly Rowland's their opening act. Okay, well, Kelly Rowland
that is crazy to me. She shouldn't be.
What about Kelly Rowland? Real quick, we'll end it with Kelly Rowland. Favorite Kelly Rowland.
What is that one song, Motivation? I don't really like Kelly Rowland's music like that. She has a song that I like, but like I like Michelle more. Like, I don't know why.
For me, Kelly Rowland, she has a few songs I like, but I would say Commander is my favorite.
Commander, I like Motivation.
Commander. That was a fun game. We'll definitely be bringing you different categories of your favorites.
Wait, can I do a rewind for Destiny's Child? Independent Women.
Yeah, they have a few. I like independent women.
I thought of Independent Women, but also like Bugaboo is up there because
Yeah.
that shit that applies. There's a lot of Bugaboo.
Yes, that's what I've been listening to. You should see my YouTube history. Like Bugaboo's been one of those songs I have researched in my life that I've been listening to.
Yeah. But
But
you
it's
know the song I had on like repeat? That the beat is like hot. You remember 3LW?
I do want to get close to you.
Bitch, how the fuck you know that?
I love that song.
The beat is so fucking like dope. Like
featuring Loon.
Yeah, I like Loon a lot.
Yeah. I love that song. That's my favorite. If I have to say what's your favorite 3LW, it will be that one.
Yeah, mine too.
But with that being said, what a fun show. Catch us next week. We will reveal where we're going.
I feel like these bitches are on a plane again.
Where in the world will we going next? You know, we got to get away for Labor Day. You know, we got to get away for some R&R. You know how we do. So next week, we'll definitely be telling you where will we be going and all that good stuff. But for now, fans, stalkers, haters, not just lovers, stay curious. And we will see you guys next week. Remember to follow, like, share, subscribe, all this good stuff. Adios.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle Podcast. And catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube.